Welcome to the first annual General Parent Meeting of GEMS Modern Academy, Kochi. I take this opportunity to welcome Ms. Nandita Mohan, Pre-KG Class Representative. Welcome, ma'am. And Shruti Harris, Class Representative, Grade 9. Welcome, ma'am, to this first annual General Meeting of the Parents. And I also take opportunity to welcome all our beloved principal, Ms. Hilary Hinchliffe, and our senior leadership team, Lakshmi, Darwish, and Ms. Sumita, and PRE, Ms. Sushma. Welcome to this meeting, first ever meeting of GMA Kochi Annual General Parent Meeting. Welcome. And I'm sure all of you are watching us sitting from various locations of Kochi and internationally as well as nationally. Welcome all of you and a warm good evening to all of you. I hand over the mic to Ms. Hilary Hinchliffe to give a presidential address of the event.
So good afternoon everybody, and I'm absolutely highly delighted to be able to speak to you this afternoon. It's been a very difficult last 2 years, and this academic year has been no less challenging, should I say, than the previous year. But I just want to say, and I know I've said it in just about every time I've spoken to you, a huge thank you to you parents, because the last 2 years would not have happened in the way it's happened without the ongoing support that you have given, not only to your children, but to the school in general. And most of all, I would like to thank Parent Forum volunteers. We have a monthly meeting. But in between the monthly meeting, I know that they are talking to people, they are gathering your views and your information and your ideas. And this year particularly, we've managed to have some really good discussions and debates at the forum meetings with some very, very good outcomes. And I really hope that parents have seen some of the changes that we've made based on some really good conversations that we've had, both with yourselves and the Parent Forum volunteers. So we've only got 2 of them with us today. Unfortunately, COVID has hit once again, and we have people who are away, and unfortunately some medical incidents today that has meant that we are a little bit short on our parents with us. But everybody, I think bar one, has something to say to you today, which is going to be great, and we'll pass on to that in a short while. But everybody who's listening, just a huge thank you for the time and effort that you have put in to really make this forum a success. So on behalf of me and the school, to the 2 of you who are here, a huge thank you. It's much, much appreciated. It really is. So I'm not going to talk much about this last year. I'm going to leave that to the reps and also to the heads of school. Instead, and I'm looking down, but I'm going to bring my paper up so that I've got it in front of me. But instead, I want to talk to you a little bit about next year. We're hoping that we will be open for the majority of students on school site from June 2022. That is what we're planning for. We are keeping a modicum of online options available. It is going to look different. It has to look different because the majority of children will look on site, will be coming onto site, and we will have to adapt the curriculum accordingly for those children who are going to stay online. We have to be quite strict about it because the staffing arrangements and the arrangements of the classes are dependent on who's coming. So there can't be a lot of swapping and changing around. We do know that parents have got specific situations, and you're always welcome to call Sushma and have a conversation about your specific situation. We, as always, will do what we can, but it is going to be more difficult. So, what of next year? Well, first of all, we really want to get back on board with our ECAs. It is something that we have had to put on hold a little bit, certainly for the primary section. We've done a little bit more for the seniors in the last 2 years, but we're hoping now that we're back on campus that we will be able to use all of the facilities that we have here that we've been itching to use over the last couple of years. So we have recruited quite a lot of new staff to support the development of both the performing arts So we have a new drama teacher joining us who is incredible. The children who had him for their demo lesson actually said to him at the end, "Sir, you're not going, are you? You are coming back to us." So huge accolade for him. So he will be joining in I'm not going to give you the names yet because I'll put them out on the newsletter. So a new drama teacher. We have a new male dance teacher to join Aguila, because one of the things I am passionate about is dance, and I really want to see our boys dancing more because we have some incredible talent, and I'm hoping with a male role model that we'll have very strong dancers, both female and male, next year. We've got a new head of English who is from the UK, and she will also be heading up the performing arts section of the school. Very well experienced. She's done a lot with regards to A-levels and particularly supporting children who are applying for university. So she's going to be working predominantly in Key Stage 5 with grade 11 and 12, supporting that section, but also overseeing, as I've said, the performing arts, which will be fabulous. And we've got more teachers joining in the PE section with lots of different skills and sports. So again, the PE offering will be greatly enhanced with that, which is super, absolutely brilliant. Because we are a growing school, we have got a lot of teachers joining us in September. Back to my UK days. June. We are coming back in June, honestly. So we have got a lot of new teachers who are joining us in June, and we're absolutely delighted with the recruitment that we have done this year. We started back in September so that we made sure that we really were targeting the best of the best and that they had plenty of time to leave their current jobs. We've got a new music teacher to join Harish sir. Again, really exciting recruit there. Very talented, very experienced. So lots of exciting things to look forward to next year. And the main thing that we are going to do is really strengthen the academic offering. We've got to get back to being in school and how things look in school. I think the teachers have done a fantastic job over the last 2 years adapting to the online teaching. Now we've got to really strengthen our in-school, physical, in front of children, teaching offering there as well. So that is what we've got to look forward to, and I'm going to hand on back to Kochi so that we can hear from our parents, to hear from them about their highlights of the last year and what they valued and what's gone really, really well from them. So from me, big thank you. The year's nearly ended. Hopefully we'll see some of you at the parent-teacher meet, and have a great holiday, everybody, and we'll see you safely back here in June. Thank you.
I think we start from KG onwards. I request to say a few words how was last year and how do you find it, and we'll take this forward. And meantime, all the parents who are watching us, they can send your questionnaires to WhatsApp number 799-410-2020. We will be answering those questions as well as hearing your suggestion, what you shared with us, as I will be the moderator of the entire event. So I request Ms. Nandita Mohan to say a few words.
Thank you so much. Hello. Yeah. I really appreciate all the effort that has been taken by the teachers, the principal, Sushma. I'm sorry, Sushma, for bothering you so many times, but you've always been so good to all of us, all the parents. I really appreciate all the efforts that's gone behind. My son joined last year from pre-KG, and he's had an amazing experience both online and offline. He was so thrilled to come to school after attending all the online sessions, and the transition was so smooth. I didn't have to go through any trouble, no crying, no crankiness, nothing. It was really smooth. And I think I should give all the credit to the teachers as well, especially Trina ma'am and Kristen ma'am, for the effort that has been taken from their end. I believe all the parents also are very happy with how it is going. In between, there were a lot of kids joining in, I believe, in the third term. And we had some concerns, but all that was again cleared with the meeting we arranged with Hilary ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am, again, because you have always been very patient with us. And the format of the parent forum meeting was really impressive, because you were always present, and I always thought there was always good outcome out of it. So that was a good format to be followed. And this last week, again, I especially want to mention it, because the academic year almost got ended and our kids were all done with the gallery walk as well. But extra effort was taken from the school side to make it more fun for them on an ending note. And they had a really good experience. Each day was so much fun. And my son is really upset that he's going to miss pre-KG, though he's just turning 4. He's talking about it already, that I'm not sure how the next class is going to be, because he's definitely going to miss his teachers. And thank you so much. That's all. Thank you.
This is my second term as a parent rep. I was representing grade 8 before, and I wasn't planning on continuing, but I had to get back. And I would say that grade 8 was really hectic for all of us, and I actually had a lot of work to do as a parent rep. But come grade 9, I think things were more or less, probably because it's grade 9, I didn't have a lot to deal with. Overall, I would say that I've had a great time here at GEMS, online and offline, as well as my children. And I would like to thank each one of you at GEMS for being so supportive, not just for my children, but for every children who've been here. And it's really impressive how whenever we come up with, whether it's a tiny problem or maybe slightly bigger, how you deal with it. And a special thank you to Sushma, because while we just have one grade to deal with, like nearly everything that doesn't get sorted out with us, it all goes to Sushma. So thank you so much for being there for us. I think that's it.
Thank you, ma'am, for your good words. It really motivates us. I think such appreciation will surely work good for us and makes us more humble and deliver better. So now we will showcase all our class representatives' video, as we live in an era of online and digital scenario. We will showcase all the videos.
Hi, I'm Nandita Mohan, parent representative of pre-KG. Firstly, I would like to take this opportunity to thank the school management for giving me a chance to represent the parents of pre-KG to address all their concerns and suggestions. This platform has helped me to connect with most of the parents of my grade, that is pre-KG, and also it has given me an insight into the experiences and sometimes issues that are faced by the other parents of the higher grades, and helped us parents to discuss it further. to address the concerns to the management and seek their help in obtaining the best results possible. The teachers of our grade, especially Tina ma'am and Kristen ma'am, have been excellent, and our wards are very, very fond of them. Principal Hilary ma'am and Sushma have been very patient and understanding whilst I addressed all the concerns in the parent forum meetings, and they have always been very reassuring about the grievances and dealt with them very effectively. Thank you for all the support that has been extended to me last academic year. I'm really excited about the next academic year, and I hope GEMS Modern Academy Kochi continue to excel and improve. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Binisha. Our daughter Jaza Zubaida is in KG1C. Through her, I got an opportunity to represent KG1 parents community. It was indeed a great opportunity, first of all for Jaza studying in GEMS Modern Academy. From day one, during the online classes itself, she was so excited to attend the class. But that excitement doubled once the offline classes started. Added to that is the opportunity that I got to represent KG1. As a grade rep, I should say I have learned a lot. The huge support, opinions, feedback, suggestions, discussions that KG1 parents had always gave me a lot of learning. Along with that, I have tried my best to represent all the parents. I believe I have done justice to the role assigned to me. Thank you so much to the Principal Hilary ma'am, PRE Sushma, for taking out note of all the points we have raised and helping us to find out solutions. And I would like to let everyone know the amazing teacher community in GEMS Modern Academy. For us, Shruti ma'am and Slomo ma'am are the faces of GEMS teacher community. Shruti ma'am, Slomo ma'am, I would like to let you know you are truly gems. Jaza loves you a lot. We'll definitely treasure the memories and the learnings we have got from you both. Thank you once again. I would love to give a lot of wishes and wish all the success to GEMS Modern Academy in the future endeavors. Thank you.
Hello all. It is my pleasure to share in the excitement of our little ones' graduation day. Dear teachers, thank you for ensuring our little one. It's the magic of learning even during this pandemic and helping them access education from home. Classes are organized with well thought out activities, stories and engaging UOI assignments. It's commendable that extra activities and experiments are taking place with UOI, math and English. I hope our little one will continue to enjoy the same warmth, comfort and an interesting learning year ahead. Last but not the least, here I would like to express my gratitude in a form of a poem. Please excuse for the flows if any. For all your patience day to day, for every tear you wipe away, for little hands you gently hold, for all the stories you have told, for your consoling tender heart and all the wisdom you impart, for silly songs and quiet times, for peaceful naps and nursery rhymes, for teaching children how to share, for being kind and being fair, for every shoe that you have tied and thoughtful words that instill pride, for all the sweet things that you do to help the children all year through, for being there in place of us. We are grateful and will always be. Thank you all. Thank you once again.
Hi, Anshri, grade 3 parent here. Thank you so much. It was a really wonderful year, and it has been such a pleasure serving my beloved grade 3 parents and the children. The school also had been really supportive of all the suggestions and feedback that we have given throughout the year. The school had answered and taken measures whenever we have a concern. Like, load of parents wanted to know about the language learning process at the beginning of the year at GEMS. And thanks to that, the language department and the language head took time, came through, explained to us beautifully. We also had feedback regarding many other matters which was really taken care of and explained to us. A huge thanks to Hilary ma'am. Many parents, including me, have never seen a school's principal being so much involved in every matter of the school, be it individual parents' concerns, student concerns, parent forum, anything. We understand that COVID has restricted a lot of innovative ways to bring in new teaching methods, learning methods. School has definitely assured us multiple times that these will be brought in now by next year. We are 100% confident that our school will emerge to be one of the best international schools in the coming years, in the state or in the country itself. To make that happen, I sincerely urge other parents to come forward and be part of the parent forum, be involved in our kids' future. A few suggestions we have from grade 3 are, which we hope that the school will implement soon, are state-of-the-art sports programs, very much comparable with other good schools in Kochi, fully equipped large library with continuous year-long reading programs, and state-of-the-art performing arts department with different sections and different teachers for drama, theatre, music, different forms of dance, etc. That's all. Thanks again. Thank you so much.
Hello everyone, I'm Anita. I was the grade 4 rep for GMA students. It was indeed a very lovely journey, I must say. Very different, of course, given the COVID times. The kids never really met. But I have to say that the bonding within the group was a lot. I personally haven't seen any kids, nor has Vedant visited school. But it was very interesting to see the way, the parents all communicated and discussed issues, and we were able to contribute, hopefully in a positive manner, to whatever improvements can be brought about. For me personally, I just want to share this little thing that, COVID got in a lot of distance, but at the same time, how it got everyone together. So last month, here in Dubai, there was a group of 10 to 12 GMA students who met up at Creek Park. We realized with all the displacement, we've all been here. So a lot of them are continuing online studies, and maybe a few of them will change course. But I just wanted to share this with the group that, how education has changed. Distances have caused maybe sometimes a bit of inconvenience, but also have brought so many people together. As for the grade 4 itself, I'm pretty sure that the parents have had a very good bonding, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of suggestions that would have come out through the year towards the improvement of parent engagement and whatever can be done better towards education in this mixed format. And hopefully, of course, COVID will be gone and we will all be back to school very soon. So yes, it was indeed a very nice journey, and thank you for the opportunity for giving me a chance to represent grade 4. Thank you.
A very good day to everybody. This is Nabila Seth here, Grade 7 representative. Indeed, it was a privilege and a very enriching experience to have been part of a very vibrant and enthusiastic parent forum for the year 2021-22. We had a lot of common points that we were able to put together and address and get solutions for, as well as plenty of grade specific matters as well. I think the most important experience for myself as part of the parent forum, along with the school authorities and the other grade representatives, was on the subject of the school reopening. And I must say the school did an extremely competent job of it on getting the students back in offline mode and properly addressing all the concerns that parents had in a very professional way. I am pleased that the school takes the parent forum very seriously and is always willing to listen to the parents' point of view. My special thanks to Principal Hilary ma'am. I am sure the new team will continue the amazing work and I wish them all the best. Thank you once again for the opportunity.
Hi everyone, my name is Mariam. I'm the grade 10 rep at GEMS Kochi. My daughter has been studying with GEMS for the last 2 years, and I'm happy to say that for most of that time I have been part of the Parent Forum Committee. My experience with the PFM has been very positive, and I find it a very good medium where the management of the school and the parents are able to interact and come up with good solutions. I'm happy to say that I find that the PFM makes the management very accessible and they listen to the parents' requests and demands. I'd like to say thank you once again for letting me be part of this committee.
I take this opportunity to read out 2 testimonials sent by grade 1 class representative Amila Sousa Matthew. She says, "Thank you for giving me the opportunity to represent the parents of grade 1. I am thankful for all the support we have received during this tenure. The school has always fairly considered all our suggestions and concerns. Just also like to mention that we as parent representatives have the school's best interest at heart, and any suggestions or concerns we might have made is for the well-being of our children and the school. Thank you once again for all the support once again, and all the best to all future parents reps and the school too. We would also like to thank all other parent representatives for all the support and teamwork." Other one is grade 8 representative Rehanat Parmakara Rahi. "I wanted to express my sincere gratitude towards GMA Cochin leadership team, especially Hilary ma'am and Lashmi ma'am. I am very impressed with your leadership style and collaboration. I still remember the first meeting with Hilary ma'am while me and kids were still in California and was figuring things out to settle down in Kochi. It was a very stressful time for us, but I appreciate the fact that you took the time to have a FaceTime meeting with us and talk to us. That meeting helped me and my kids feel confident, and we knew we chose the right school. Being the 8th grade representative, I got the opportunity to collaborate with the school leadership and other grade representatives to support parents. I appreciate Lashmi ma'am for their kind and respectful approach to every issues. You are an amazing teacher and a quiet but powerful leader. I also wanted to thank Sushma for all your support. You are the glue between parents and leadership team. Thank you for always being there for us." So these are the 2 more testimonials has come through mail. And you can also send your suggestions as well as questions in the chat, and we had already circulated the WhatsApp number, which we will air it for you. Meantime, I request Miss Hima Shine to say a few words.
Yeah. Can I sit? I'm very happy to see you all after a long time. What I say, I heard everything, every parents are talking. My journey, our journey to GEMS Modern Academy. What I say, very honestly I can say, we choose the best school in Kochi because I went every schools in Kochi. The last I choose GEMS because we know we only choose GEMS. So we want to see the other schools. Very frankly, while we are getting into the front office, we three, without entering the front office, my little one and my husband say, we fixed. Even nothing more to say because we went so many schools and see the facilities and everything. But very frankly, I am so happy to be here. And I'm really so happy to be as a part of PFM 2021-22. What I say, even Sushma ma'am know that in GEMS means our grade 2 have some little confusions regarding everything you sort out very, what I say, very pleasantly you are hearing our, very pleasantly you all hear our words because Anuradha ma'am left and we have some confusions in our class as in grade 2C Diamond. My son is in grade 2C Diamond. His name is Juan Basil. And very patiently Sushma ma'am hear our concerns and you take such a good opportunity to wipe it out very clearly, and even Hilary ma'am also hear us so kindly and sort the things very soon also. And even the parents of grade 2 are very happy because I send some of them messages, and they are yesterday I got some messages that really we are very happy to be as our representative. So hopefully we will go through anyway. We also want to be part of GEMS, but actually we are moving out from here. So even though while we are going, my little one asked, Mama, is there GEMS in Australia? We are planning to move there even. Please, we are telling that we please start there also because we want to be part of GEMS. Really, we very happy. Even next year also, we are also will be here for a few months. But really so happy to be here. I am really a proud mother as my son basic is got from GEMS Modern Academy. Thank you so much for the wonderful support from Hilary ma'am, Sushma and the entire team, and especially our class teachers Anuradha ma'am and new teachers Seema ma'am and Sunitha ma'am. They are done a very absolutely brilliant job. Today also our last gallery work is done. It was really nice done by the kids. What I say, I don't know how to express our gratitude towards you. Even all parents of grade 2 told that they are very much happy. Some little concerns are there. We know maximum you sort out everything. Even at least you are hearing our concerns and you are sorting out everything very perfectly. Thank you so much for your patience and kind words from you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Himam. That was a nice compliment you had given to us. I'm sure we are really encouraged with such comments, and we can make such an impact to parents. I'm sure all the parents who are watching will agree what you have said. So thank you very much. I request Ms. Sumita ma'am, head of KG and primary, to share her views and her experience for last 1 year.
Thank you so much, Kochi sir, and thank you everyone who are present here today or who are watching us online. And I thought of starting with something else, but after hearing from all of you and the parent representatives,
I'm so glad and happy. I just can't say what to say because, as you said, we have started the journey with a lot of difficulties in the beginning, and especially when it comes to grade 2, I still remember, and I'm sure that Hilary ma'am and Sushma also might be remembering that what we had gone through. I'm so grateful to hear that words of appreciation and satisfaction from you today. So we have achieved something. So great to hear that. And just to begin with, whatever we have done throughout the year, it is not possible to bring everything on this table today, but we'll just pick up the most important things what we could pick up. We will start with the early years program. So the kindergarten students have started coming to school in the month of November and mid-December. In the beginning, definitely the strength was very less, and surprisingly, after the school reopening in the month of Jan, we were really surprised to see the strength in the KG classrooms. I still remember that I was not so confident to reopen the school for KG. It was Hilary ma'am who wanted to bring the children to school, and I am thankful to you, ma'am, for that, because what I could see last week in the KG classrooms, the entire ground floor and the corridors, the children, they were smiling, running, jumping around. That is something our teachers, we could give the best to these little ones or the tiny tots in this pandemic. That is the best thing we could give. So I'm glad that we could do that. So next, if we take the celebrations of KG, I think for every day it was a celebration for them. But the mega event of the year was the Christmas production, whereas our children from pre-KG to KG2 participated, and it was a major success during this online session. And what we have done once the children were back to school was we set up our early years outdoor areas like word play, language corner, stage performance, art for arts and role play, maths and construction, that made the learning for the tiny tots very easy through the play. That is something else we have seen, I have seen personally in the school, through the play what the children could learn. When I heard that from ma'am 2 years back, so I was not that confident whether it is possible, but we have done that successfully, and I'm sure that I will push if ma'am sit back. This we will go for more areas, and we will make it happen because it is very effective. And next is the curriculum. As you all know that we follow the Pyp program here in our school, but we do have our own curriculum for the school, which is aligned with the IB scope and sequence. So we have the SDG group, that the school development group for English and maths, where they go through and watch the curriculum delivery throughout the year. And we had a meeting in the end of term 1, that they reviewed it. Then term 2 again they reviewed it, and in the last week they had the last meeting, and we took feedback from each and every level for English and maths. They had reviewed it, and before we close the closing of the school, the teachers have almost completed the necessary changes required for the next academic year. So the curriculum for next academic year is almost ready, with all the gaps filled. What we felt it is to be filled by this end of the year. So next I would like to thank the GEMS group especially, and of course ma'am too, to take the leadership for the teacher training programs. Being an Pyp school, it's very difficult to get the trained teachers here. Especially in Kochi, it's very, very difficult because it was only one school in Kochi and now we have 2 more. Getting the teachers trained was definitely difficult, but we tried to bring the best teachers, like though they are CBSE experience or from some other curriculum, and we tried our level best to train them to bring to or make them suitable for our Pyp curriculum. And we had one round of Pyp Cat 1 workshop, that is the Pyp, making the Pyp happen in the beginning of the year with the new staff and the old staff also. But after that, you have seen it was a fast growth this year, and we had to add on a number of sessions. And we had around 10 new Pyp teachers joined in the throughout the year. For them, we have arranged a Cat 1 workshop in Jan 22. So almost all teachers with us, they are all trained by now. So we have had a parent orientation program also in the month of Jan for the Pyp Exhibition for grade 5. And a student session for the cyber safety was done in March, if I'm not mistaken. So guest talks and field trip, as you all know that it was not very easy during this pandemic. So most of the guest talk was happening online. But our children are lucky to have few guests in our school last week, or this month, I would say, especially for the Pyp exhibition. So somehow we could manage that also. And I'm happy that we could take our children for one field trip by the end of the year in the last week to the water purification unit here in Smart City as a part of the Pyp exhibition. So followed by the curriculum. As you'll know that we don't have a set assessment pattern in our school for primary and KG, but we do watch their progress. So we do have the people progress meeting every term, and by the end of the term, the grade level teachers, the principal, myself and the Sparkle team, we sit together. The teachers present the tracker report of each and every children, and we discuss if there is any gap, if there is any support required, and we find out if there is any support required from the Sparkle team, we suggest and we request the Sparkle team to come and observe, and then if required, they will give additional support. Otherwise, the Sparkle unit, they give guidelines to the homeroom teachers also to make it easy for them to help those children. So that was actually very good, right, ma'am? For all of us to understand. Otherwise, for me or for ma'am, it was not possible to go and check the progress of each and every child on daily basis, not even weekly basis. It was not possible. But this meeting, actually ma'am initiated that, and it was very, very helpful for all of us to understand the children and their progress. Next is the gallery walk. That is, I think as you ma'am suggest, just now mentioned, that gallery walk is the representation of the learning of that particular unit. Each unit, it goes for 6 weeks for grade and 8 weeks for KG. And we just had, today we had our last gallery walk of the year. And gallery walk, actually most of the classes, they set their summative assessment as a project for the gallery book, so that the children can present their learning throughout the unit. So what I have seen is they are so excited And through the virtual learning, they have come up with lot of ideas, even technically. So, without having an ICT period in their regular timetable, they came up with so many ideas. And sometimes, if I'm not like an IT person, sometimes when I go to the classrooms, they tell me, ma'am, you do this, you do that. So they have come up to that level, and glad to see them growing with all those skills, actually what we are looking forward to. And this year the highlight was a Pyp exhibition for the primary, our first Pyp exhibition. I just would like to read out what is Pyp exhibition. The highlight for the year, primary years in term 3 was the first Pyp exhibition held on the 22nd of March 2022. The Pyp exhibition is a culmination project for the Pyp to explore multiple perspectives. It's an in-depth collaborative inquiry of the topic of the students' interest and requires learners to apply their learning from previous years. It is an experience that uses the elements of Pyp, a demonstration of how learners can take actions as a result of their learning, a celebration of who our students are as learners. And our grade 5 team, along with strong leadership of Ms. Remy, and they have planned it well, and they could take bring up a blueprint by the end of term 2. And then they started working on the same, and they conducted the parent orientation. I'm so glad the parents came up with a lot of support. I don't remember the student's name, but I think grade 1A. The parent took the child to Trivandrum, where the group was doing something related to the space for a field trip. So it was so far, it was not possible for us to take the children, but they have done it. So that is how they were very much a part of the exhibition. And I would like to take the opportunity to thank especially the grade 5 team, if they are watching us, the parents, teachers and the students for the effort what they put for this first Pyp exhibition of GMA Kochi. And before concluding, I just would like to say that what is the learning of each unit. So it is an experiential circle what they go through when they do a unit of inquiry, and it goes with a different, there is a pathway, right? When they start with the tuning in, then it is the inquiry, then goes for the assessment. Though assessment is there, but it goes side by side. Throughout the unit, they do assess the children. And the last one is the action. Action is something what they learn and what they are practicing in their life, or what they give the message to the society. So from grade 4 to grade 1, I would just want to go from grade 4 onwards, because we have done the Pyp exhibition over grade 5. And further to the inquiry of the climate change, the grade 4 students have collaborated and connected with the Pyp schools across the world, and they conducted the Meatless Monday campaign to spread the message to stop the animal killing and do our part in preventing the climate change. I still remember there were few students here. It was a Monday. Then after Tuesday or Wednesday, they came and they were talking to the teachers that the shops were open on Monday. We said, it's okay, fine. The campaign was very small and you have done it in the school. Now next year when you grow up, you can. So that seriously they are taking it. One day we can live without. So that is a good learning for them. And grade 3, they have done their unit on rights and responsibilities. I don't know if you have seen that there was a show yesterday, a flash mob at the time of school dispersal with a strong message for the child rights. That was again an action. And the students of grade 2 observed a recycle week wherein they learned the concept of sustainability by focusing on the 3 R's, that is reduce, reuse and recycle. So you might be seeing that at home also. I'm sure that if they talk to us, ma'am, don't you do this, they will definitely be talking to the parents and stopping it. And grade 5 have done the unit how we organize ourselves, and that has done very well. And the students reflected on the responsibilities of the producers and the consumers. I have never seen a child at the age of 6 or 7, they check the expiry date and all the details of a packet of things what they are purchasing from the supermarket. But we are glad to hear from the parents that, or from the children, sometimes yesterday I went to Lulu Mall and I checked this, ma'am, this was the date of expiry. So if a year group of 7 or 6, they are doing that, I think that is the best thing we could do as teachers for the young learners. So thank you very much for the continuous support throughout the year in this pandemic. I know that it was not everything perfect went on this year, but we tried our level best and you were always there to support us and back alongside, I would say. So thank you very much for that, and happy vacation to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. That was a wonderful session. We explained about IBPYP. I'm sure the IBPYP exhibition has put a lot of skills into the children's mind. You reiterate the 4 points what you said. One is the children are learned self-management skills, communication skills, thinking skills, research skills, and social skills. These are the life skills they require when they live in the current world what we are living in today. Thank you very much. I think it was a wonderful session watching children doing all the PYP exhibition. I'm sure we are going to upload these videos soon on our YouTube link. Everybody can watch the creative thinking of the children, the thinking hat they wore, what they learned throughout last 5 years of IBPYP. So now I request Ms. Lakshmi, senior school head, to express her views and her experience of last 1 year. Thank you.
Good evening. This has been a wonderful evening. Like every action, first we plan, we execute the action, and there is a point where there is a reflection, and then we reassure ourselves of all the actions that we have taken, and we are going in the right path forward, supporting our students in the best possible way. So I'll just add on from senior school, the journey over this last year. We conducted our first Cambridge assessments this year for the grade 10 and the AS level students. And this again being the year of pandemic and COVID, there were a lot of uncertainties, and the continuous communication loop that we had between students, parents and teachers and Cambridge made it possible for us to conduct it in the best possible way for our students. They were at home for the last 2 years and they just came into school to take the assessments. So the pressure, the stress that they were going through, I think we were able to support them in the best possible way, and huge support from parents' side at every point, like supporting the students, supporting the school, and we were also able to conduct a mock assessments in the exact same pattern of Cambridge assessment, so that when students come in for the assessment, the journey for them is going to be smooth and they feel like it's a very natural journey and they don't get overstressed because of the assessment. So a huge thanks to all the parents, not just the grade 10 and the AS, the entire parent community, because we know at one point or the other, the entire school was involved, making sure that those children are well supported. When they are in school, the rest of the other grades were all supportive. So huge thanks to the entire school, parents and student community for that. we have done, it was a journey moving towards a board assessment, like conducting the mocks, analysis of the mock results. So we are looking forward to a wonderful result that we are expecting in the month of May. So for the grade 10 and the AS, I hope we are all looking forward to that, and we wish the best for our students. So children were all stressed, and then they took the assessments, and they came forward with a wonderful evening for the grade 10 and the A level, led by the student council, the student community. The grade AS, most of the student council is from the AS, but they made sure that the grade 10 are equally involved, and they put up a beautiful show. And then the smiles that they had when they left the school, they were leaving and they're not going to meet for the next few months, or they might be changing schools, but the smiles that they were on the face on that day evening, we can never forget. So, huge thanks to the student council, because we talk about parents' involvement. Our student council and the student body has a huge say in what we do for them, what we do. So it's very important that we give what they receive well, and that understanding between the students, parents, and the school. The student council helps us a lot, and we have a wonderful team led by the president, Ms. Kiran, and vice president Rishika. A huge appreciation for the entire student community led by them. We are in a very good position now with our career team led by Ms. Anshu. So we had career assessments, and each individual student is having one-on-one sessions so that they can be well supported and guided into their university admissions and any other decisions that they need to make regarding subject choice, what is their path forward. So Anshu with the team is doing a beautiful job, and we look forward to support our students in future in the best possible way. So again, looking forward to another exciting year, well planned, really ready to start the next academic year in June 2022. So thank you so much to the parent community, parent forum leads, school, and thank you so much, Lily ma'am, for giving us all the freedom to do what's best for our children. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Lakshmi ma'am. I now request Mr. Dariush, who is our school development in charge, to say a few words and his initiatives and his thoughts.
Thank you, Kochi. So I'm just going to share a few highlights of this academic year. And for me, it all really started quite a while ago when the release came through from the NEP, the India's NEP, National Educational Policy, which is entirely based on the fact that education should both develop the cognitive foundational capacities of literacy and numeracy, as well as those higher order capacities such as critical thinking, problem solving, but also social, ethical and emotional capacities. And for me, that makes me really proud, because here at GMAC, since day zero here at GEMS, those have been our principles. And I believe because of that, we have such a refined and excellent product that we've been able to co-develop, you know, with the parents, with the students. And as a result of that, and we always see this need to challenge ourselves. We have to always be challenging ourselves to grow and to learn. For all those reasons, today I can proudly say we're an IB World School, we're a Cambridge Assessment International, we're a Cambridge International School. Not only that, we lead the Cambridge International Community of Kerala. Not only that, but we've decided, why don't we become a HPL pathway school, so a world-class high-performance learning school. And because of all of these things, with our parents, with our students, with our whole community, we're not only, I believe, an outstanding school, but a school that really stands out, not just in Kerala, but potentially India as well. And I think that's one of our big goals going forward. One massive highlight was, it was the entire school community. I was a big part of it as well, but the Shakespeareans I absolutely loved, because it really reminded me that the sky and all of our students have absolutely no limits at this little magical school that I get to call home, because really our Shakespeareans, we put on 4 Shakespeare plays in the middle of a pandemic in December on the run-up between PTM's reports, as well as a KG celebration and a Christmas celebration and some other things that were going on as well, including mocks. So Well, you do think why, but that's the sort of school we are. So we stand out, and we're, really proud that we did that, because it was a celebration of those, of literacy, of student agency, like no other. Kochi and Yazi, they were at the best part of 2,000 videos in terms of the editing, and for me, again, it was all planned and executed by our students. So for us here at GMAC, it's all about working with our students, working with our parents, never to, and that's why we really stand out, because everyone here at GMAC plays a really important role. I always say the people make GMAC, and that's why we stand out. That's me. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Now it is time for open sessions, and we have received few questions. I will read out the parents' name and question to Hilary ma'am and the senior leadership team. You can answer them, and certain questions which need maybe a management decision later, we will come back with the solution at that point of time. But however, we'll try to address all your questions. Please keep sharing us all your questions to the number which you are already shared, or you can always send to our PRE Ms. Sushma's mobile number 2, so that the questions are reach us and we are able to address all your concerns as well as suggestions as well as question. I'll read out the first question. The first question comes from Merlin Sunny, mother of Ayan Sebastian Roche, KG 1A. I would like to know about the fees payment method of next academic year. Currently, we are paying in monthly basis. Is it the same for next year? Also about the uniform and transportation facility too. Kindly let us know the feedback regarding this.
Okay, so as far as the fees payment is concerned, yes, we have had the agreement that we can continue with the monthly payment. We know it's been very, very useful for everybody, and that has been agreed. There is going to be a small fee rise. Obviously, we have not risen the fees for 3 years now, so 4 years now. No rise since I've been here, so that is correct actually. So there will be a small rise that will come out to everybody within the next week. Hopefully it won't be too alarming for everybody, but the monthly payment still stands. Uniform, we've been working hard, both Gopal Kumar sir and I particularly have been working hard with the uniform distributor, and we've slightly tweaked the uniform. One of the things we've done is turn the white t-shirt of KG into blue. So I hope all you washer people out there are very proud of us, because we thought white with the messy life that is KG was probably not the best colour. So we have made a couple of tweaks and changes to the uniform. We've made it a little bit more flexible and a little bit more comfortable. So we've taken things like the tie away from primary, because they're really active, they're on the go, they're playing, and the tie's just really got in the way. So we hope that you like the slight changes that we've made to the uniforms. And following on from what Lakshmi has said about the student group, they have designed their own school uniform, and I'm not going to say anything about it, but I think it is incredible. It's super, and I half wished I was back in sixth form. I hope you like it. They're going to look super smart. So that's being sorted. Transportation facility, again, Gopal Kumar sir has been working really hard on that. As soon as we get the information from parents, we can decide the routes. It's really difficult because we literally are taking in new admissions every single day, many of whom want transport. But we will do our best to get the information out to people as soon as possible. Okay, I think that was all those questions. Yeah.
Yeah, ma'am.
Thank you.
I think I also take this opportunity to remind all of you, I think we keep sending mails requesting your details on transportation and things. Please respond to the mail. That helps us to take right decisions at the right time. So many times, in our busy life, we tend to forget. It's not a mistake, but many times we miss out. We are all humans. So please respond to all transportation mails. Anything comes to you, so that we can address your concerns, and we can act, proactively to resolve your issues on transportation. The next question is from Gladys, mother of Ben from pre-KG. My query is regarding the online classes next year. Could you please explain how different it would be from the current system?
So it really does depend. We've had to wait until we've had a notification from everybody about what their intentions are. So we pretty much know now, all of you who have sent in to say that you are looking for an online option, we've only got that information in the last day or two. So next week I'm sitting down with the academic team to look at how it's going to look, and it will look different in each section of the school, whether it's KG or primary or senior school. Senior school is likely to be just straightforward blended learning as it is now, because it was worked fairly well for secondary school. It really hasn't been a particular problem. It will be pretty much as it has been this last 2 years. Not the last 2 years, the last few months since we've been back in school. So that will be blended. For primary, we're looking at different options for different grades, because there's different amounts of children who are opting for it. There are a couple of grades where there is literally one child and 2 children. Unfortunately, that just is not viable. We can't do anything when it's that few children. So Sushma will be speaking to the parents that impacts on, and I hope there's an understanding that we just can't do anything when it's one child or even 2 children. KG, we're hoping there's a small group in KG2. Sushma, I'm looking at you. KG2 small group. Yes, and because it is a small group, their learning will pretty much be as it has been this last year. So it does depend on the age. It depends on the grade, and it depends on the numbers. But we're putting that together, and we should be able to get that out to people by next week sometime as a draft. Might change, again, just depending on people's circumstances. Okay.
Next is Mr. Ketan Mehta, grade 5 parent. He has just complimented with his comments. A big thank you to Hilary ma'am, Sushma ji, and grade 5 teachers, Anandalakshmi ma'am and Rindu ma'am, for your infinite patience and for keeping our gems safe and incredibly curious. As gems grows, wonder what steps we are taking to keep school drug free.
So, in answer to that, we haven't got a policy in place as yet, but it is something that we're looking at because we are not naive. The one thing I would say is that the grade 11 students this year have been incredibly respectful. And I will take you to an incident where, when they were coming back to school, they didn't want to wear school uniforms. Rightly so. They're top of the school, they're almost adults. So I said to them, okay, if you don't want to wear a uniform, then you design your own dress code. You write your own dress code. And I shared this with the parent forum, actually, after they did it. So they did go away, and between them, they wrote the most comprehensive, really strict, even stricter than even I would have been, probably, dress code that they all seriously abided by. We didn't have one incident where we had to speak to anybody about their dress code. So I would be looking to the students to help with this. The other thing is that, as well as drugs, we still have a bit of an issue with online bullying, cyberbullying. Out of school, not in school, but it is something both of these issues we will be tackling further next year, but will be very, very much involving the parent body and the student body, because it is something that does impact on all of us. So watch this space. We will get back to you, but it's a really good question, and thank you very much for raising it.
Ma'am, I also would like to add on this. We are a completely monitor school. There is no blind spots here. We have a lot of cameras set everywhere. Most modern high-tech cameras are set. So there is no way we can miss out any children doing any activity like that without our eyes.
And also, Dariush has just reminded me that we actually do have a very strong PSHE programme, which again will be strengthened next year, and that will also play a part in educating children and hopefully bringing these things to the fore so that they can be tackled better out in the open, to be discussed and tackled, than hidden. Yeah. Thank you.
And however, this question has already addressed, I will read out, and as it has been sent. We have seen children not following school dress code. They come in all colors and designs. If you can strict about the dress code, it would be appreciated.
Yes, absolutely. We decided to be a little bit lax this last term. It was really difficult with children coming from all over the place. Some were coming regularly, some were coming on the odd occasion, and it was really difficult because we hadn't mandated, we had just said colours. But because of the situation, there were bigger things to be concentrating our focus on. But next year we are back to proper school uniform in the way that it was before the pandemic, and you will get details of all of that and where to purchase the uniform within the next few weeks.
Yeah, Ms. Rajani Vijay have one more question sent. If children can be off screen in school, it would be nice. If the context of studies, they have been using it for Hangout, YouTube, etc. Even so, an Instagram picture during lunch break. We have seen children sitting in lobby and using mobiles, where we are told gadgets are not allowed into schools.
I think I'm surprised that you did. It might be, we have had some times when we have had the dance troupe in and they have come in with their mobiles so that they can call parents at the end. But actually children using the mobiles in school, as far as I know that, I'm looking at Lakshmi to tell me any different. Hold on, I will pass over to Lakshmi for that one.
Some of the students bring in mobile for sessions like dance, and when they going home alone and they need to book a cab, they are expected to deposit it switched off with the form tutor and homeroom teacher, and then collect it before they go home. There have been one or two instances when they have missed it, one or two occasions, but it has been found, and then we have addressed the issue and has been collected back by the homeroom teacher. Grade 10 and 11 students during their exams were carrying their phones, so that again for the same reasons that they need to communicate about drop and pick up time, and then they need to get home. So they were using, they were permitted to use mobile phones in school during those last 3 months. Otherwise, children use devices in the class for teaching learning, and again one or two instances of children trying to use YouTube or Hangouts, because these are Google accounts. We cannot block it from school because part of it is also linked to teaching learning, and it will block all the other resources that are linked with it. But any such instances teachers have observed, and we have tried to correct the children then and there. Students were also at home last 1.5 years, and the only companion that they had were their devices. So we can't take any disciplinary action. We need to we try to understand their perspective also, and slowly guide them to what is right and what is the best use of device, and just help them get over it. Thank you.
Next is Karishma, mom of Samrat from pre-KG. Would you like to know if Fridays will continue to be online, as it is difficult when both parents are working? Kindly request you to switch off to offline mode in Fridays too.
Absolutely. Totally agree. So from next academic year, it will be 5 days in school. Simple answer to that one. Thank you, Kochi.
This is Neetu, mother of Ayati, grade 4. My query is, are there any plans of implementing theatre group for the students depending on their grades? Rather than a query, I hope more encouragement will be given to reading platform from A to Z, which happens to be UOI integrated.
I sort of missed the end of that question because I was shouting at Lakshmi, sorry.
Shall I read it again? Are there any plans for implementing a theatre group for the students depending on their grades?
Yes, there are. So, as I said at the start, we have employed an absolutely incredible drama teacher, and drama lessons will be in the curriculum all the way through to grade 8. So, every class will have a weekly drama lesson. There's extra capacity for the drama teacher so that, particularly in primary, where they have units of inquiry that are more to do with performing arts, more time can be given, and obviously when we come to events. ECAs are going to be a big part of next year, so drama will be a big part of that ECA, and we're really hoping for a super big production next year. That's what we're looking forward to. So, and yes, I can imagine why Ayati's mum is asking, because she's a little drama queen, is our Ayati. So, yes, Ayati, there will be plenty for you to do.
Thank you, ma'am. And she has solved one more query. Rather than a query, I hope more encouragement will be given to reading apart from A to Z, which happens to be an UOE integrated sessions.
Yes, absolutely. A to Z, we are actually stopping. It was something that we took on because it was online and it was very useful to us because all the students could access as well as the teachers in school. Next academic year, we are spending a lot of money on two things. One, a reading scheme for KG and primary, graded reading scheme where the children will work their way through levels. The books, particularly in the early years, will be very phonics based. They'll have the tricky words, the high frequency words, and the children will slowly develop the vocabulary working through that reading scheme. By the time they get up to grade 3, 4 and 5, most children will be reading fluently, and we are really developing our library. And in fact, one of the things I forgot to say at the start is we will have 2 libraries next year. We've got a KG and primary library, and we've got a separate senior school library. And we've got 2 new librarians joining us. Highly delighted. They are both absolutely brilliant, and certainly our head librarian is extremely experienced, particularly with supporting the curriculum. So not just on making sure that we've got the right books in place, but working with the academic staff to make sure that the research books are there, any documents. A big part of that role will be making sure that the reading material is there, both for reading for learning and reading for enjoyment. So I'm really excited about the library and certainly the new senior school library. It's absolutely brilliant because the front part of it is where the books will be. It's newly designed, it's brand new, and at the back of it is a section where the children can do private study. So yeah, some exciting things. We've also just about to start the new art studio, so by the time we come back in June we'll have a new art studio which will also include pottery. Not the kiln yet, but certainly we're hoping for potter's wheels. So lots of excitement on the co-curricular stuff.
Thank you, ma'am. This is Sandhya, parent of Gauri Lashmi, 3rd grade, and Nandakishore of 6th grade. We have joined GEMS during this academic year in midst of first-time classes. Though we are newcomers to GEMS, our kids could gel in very well with the new ambience with the support and encouragement of Neetu ma'am, grade 3 homeroom teacher, and Rekha ma'am of grade 6. Another person I used to disturb throughout the day, night is Sushma ma'am. She's doing an amazing job. We didn't see such a school in Kochi who gives great importance to parents' concern and suggestions. All other teachers, whether it is Malayalam, music, French, drama, dance, or were very supportive and encouraging. Kids are enjoying from their heart the days out there. We are so happy and relaxed. Thank you for each and everyone. Thank you. Thank you very much. It was really very, very heartwarming message. Thank you very much. And Mr. Darish would like to say something on that.
I'm going to be embracing vulnerability here, but on reply to that message, I would like to hope and say that in 2022 and 2023, I hope it's another year where Ava Sarangaluri Vathil Thurakati. I tried. Hopefully it's another year like that, man. We really, really appreciate those comments. Thank you.
I appreciate Dariush's effort to say in Malayalam, Avasarangada Vadil Thurakate. Thank you. That's it. See, I had been always a translator, both ways. Thank you, Darish. That was really amazing. Nandi, Hillary ma'am's actually Ende Malayalam Pro. She has done a lot of progress through Ende Malayalam. She says Nandi.
Even I said that badly.
Yeah. This is Meera Balakrishnan. Good evening, ma'am. What is the policy of school with regard to bullying and use bad words by students? How are we gonna deal with it? Meera, mother of Keshavan, grade 4.
Yeah, it's something that we haven't really had to deal with up until now, because prior to the pandemic, we were still a small school. I think we were up to about 350, I think, when we closed, something like that. And at that stage, we were very small, very family school. I knew just about every child's name. I knew all the parents, the teachers knew the parents, the teachers knew the children. So, and I have to say, in my first year here, I spoke to one set of children once about their poor behaviour, which for a school even in that size is just incredible. As we have got bigger, and because we have been online for the last 2 years while we've grown, the relationships between the children and the teachers and the children are not as strong as they could be. And that's why we're going to have a really strong PSHE programme next year. It's in the curriculum for every grade, all the way through, and this is the type of thing that will be tackled. You know, speaking to children, speaking with kindness, children looking after each other, being mindful of their language, choosing the right behaviour. We know that it is something with the children, a lot of them not having been to school and not having to collaborate or work with other children, it is an issue, and we do need to start building on it. We're well aware of it, and we will put a lot of time and effort into making sure that the social skills are as we would like them. I have to say, though, that parents do need to take responsibility, because at the end of the day, it is your children. And, you know, having had 3 girls myself and 2 foster girls, we always said to them, you may hear bad language, you don't speak like bad language. You can hear it, you don't speak it. Just because you've heard it doesn't mean to say you repeat it. And that's the mantra that we used with them throughout. So I would say, parents, over the holidays, you do your bit and ensure that your children are going to come to school and act in a way that you would be incredibly proud of. If you can do your bit, it'll make it much easier for us to do our bit. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. I think we had done a couple of social media posts on PSHE. Let me reiterate what PSHE is. It's personal, social, health, economic. There are a lot of think tanks and a lot of deliberations and things are working behind. I'm sure next year all these issues will be addressed with a great priority. I think the PSHE team is really working hard. I've seen some good work they have done. Unfortunately, we couldn't showcase because so much of activity keep happening, missing out every time. I'm sure in coming this vacation time, we will showcase some of the wonderful thoughts what they are brought in as videos and creatives, which you can see on our social media pages, which will give a good idea about what PSHE is intended to do. And such bullying and bad words, trust me, we will try our level best to remove out of the system.
And we've just joined an organisation in the UK which will provide us with an awful lot of training for the teachers and also some excellent resources. So again, commitment from our end, that's already happened. It's already so that the teachers can start planning next academic year.
Thank you, ma'am. And there is one more question has come from Sujesh of grade 3. Can we bring in any creative programs during the vacation? Arts, dance, singing, or personality development classes apart from academic sections?
So we have actually got very late to the table really, but we have got a football academy who we are hoping are going to put on a holiday club this time. We haven't planned anything else, just again because we didn't know about the pandemic and we didn't know how it was going to pan out. So we didn't want to put a lot of time and effort in putting something on that we then couldn't run with. As we did last year, actually, we spent a lot of time planning a holiday camp and then it didn't happen. So give us one more year. Next academic year, as I say, the core curriculum, co-curricular side of things, the ECAs, plus other events and holiday club will definitely be looked at, because it's a long time, I know, to be at home. The other thing I would say this year is that if we're going to run holiday clubs, the best way is to use our staff, at least to have some staff here who are our own staff, not just rely on other people coming into our campus. And I hope you all understand this year I want my teachers to rest. They are shattered. We are shattered, and we just need rest and recuperation so that we can come back with a vengeance in June.
Thank you, ma'am. This is a token of thanks by Mr. Sujesh again. We were very reluctant breaking the academic year halfway and taking admission here in GEMS. The whole family of mine stood against me. But my gut feeling fell right in place. My daughter is all the way exhibiting vibrant colors. She has grown more of a confident, thoughtful girl in a matter of 5 months. Incredible support from Neetu ma'am. I went speechless and overwhelming by seeing my child performing the gallery work today. She made me feel proud, and I feel the best I have ever decided taken in her life. These words, thank you, would not be enough. Still, I would say thank you so much, GEMS team. I think one of the most incredible comments. I really get overwhelmed when I reading this comment for you. I can understand the psyche of the parent. Thank you very much, sir, for the wonderful words. I'm sure we'll live up in the future also.
Thank you so much. Actually, during last year in the pandemic, we did not get time to reflect on what we were doing. It was every day, every minute, it was new challenges. The network is not going proper, or this, that, so many things. So today, almost the end of the year, but so happy and glad that we could hear some positive comments from you. And I don't know, I'm so thankful to the parents for the cooperation and trust on us, definitely. And the teachers, for last 2 or 3 weeks, I have not seen them sitting in their classroom. I don't know whether they had their lunch on time and breakfast on time. They were just running around that it is only few days more with the children, and they just wanted to give everything that is possible from their end. Maybe that was lacking for last, in the beginning of the year, like 6 to 7 months. So when we hear from the parents, I think that is the best appreciation for our teachers, and I'm sure that they will come back with double enthusiasm and more energy in the next academic year to give the best to your children. Thank you so much for interesting your children on us. Thank you.
This is Nisha John, mother of Nirvan John, grade 7A. Thank you for all the teachers and staff for looking after our kids so well. They love going to school. That's a true sign of an happy environment. So again, a token of appreciation. Thank you very much. Other is Mr. Captain Vinod, father of Daksh, grade 3C. One concern regarding third language. In 3 years, children are yet to learn speaking in Hindi. More impetus on spoken part to be given. Thank you.
So we've made a little change to our language policy in primary. In that, it's just, again, anybody who's concerned about the language, it's worth having a conversation with Anshu, and she will explain exactly what our approach to the teaching of languages is. In grade 1, 2, 3 and 4, the most that we're looking at is an appreciation of the language, and to start to recognise that the languages are different, and to start recognising some words. We don't put a lot of pressure and stress on the learning of languages in those years. It's more about children learning to enjoy it and to really experience not only the language but also the culture. What we have decided to do this next academic year is cut down to one language only in grade 5, just as we do in grade 6 and upwards, so that in grade 5 they can really start the serious stuff of learning a language properly, so that they're able to hear, listen, understand, speak, read and write. So up until grade 4, we do encourage them to explore languages. They could even do a different language every year. It wouldn't matter, because it's all about exploration, it's all about learning that appreciation of the language and testing things out. But from grade 5, that's when it does get a little bit more serious and children can hone in on the language that they really want to become fluent in. So I hope that explains things. Probably not very well if Anshu was listening, but if Dakshi's daddy would like to speak to Anshu, I'm sure she'd be happy to speak to him. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. I think we have no more questions now. Shall... So it's time for to give our token of appreciation to the parents who have been with us and been visiting us and giving their thoughtful thoughts. Thank you very much, and we really love to have you here, and in future also we look forward to your cooperations and your suggestions and valuable directions. Nandita ma'am, thank you very much for your kind words. Ma'am, a photo. The photographers are always late, you know. They want best captures. Shruti ma'am, thank you very much for your thoughtful words and your time. We really appreciate. Hima ma'am, thank you very much for your thoughtful words. We really appreciate your cooperation. Ma'am, we got one more message which I must read out. It is from Mr. Vinod Kuti, Lakshana's father of grade 6. Please wish the entire faculty, leadership and all support staff a big thanks from grade 6 parents. In general, tough year for all, at school and at home, but year that was well done by all concerned. Appreciate all the grade 6 faculty, academic and otherwise. Thank you very much. So thank you very much all the parents. It was a really wonderful session, and know your feelings is the best thing. I think when we hear from you, that helps us to improve wherever there is a room for improvement. And I'm sure the leadership team has taken a note of all your suggestions, and we surely meet your expectation in coming years. And thank you for supporting us. Keep supporting us. I hereby request all of you to follow us on our Instagram and our Facebook to know more about us. Thank you very much.